Frooglesim videos are powered by Jetline Systems.
Hello YouTube, this is Frugal and this is the Frooglesim news for today, January the 12th. First up, Orbx have previewed Tweed New Haven from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Orbx's next airport for Microsoft Flight Sim looks to be KHVN Tweed New Haven. This has been developed by Jordan Go and is going to be the largest Orbx airport in the northeastern USA. The actual airport is located in Connecticut, close to both Manhattan and Boston. Orbx's version features a completely reworked ground polygon, which was something of a surprise to me because I think the ground polys in Microsoft Flight Sim are actually pretty good, as well as functioning ground surfaces and custom static aircraft. No news of an official release date or a price just yet, other than coming soon from Microsoft Flight Sim. Check out the orbxsystems.com link in the show notes below for more information. Next up, we have Aerosoft's Bali, again for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Aerosoft originally previewed Bali on their forums last year. They've updated that preview, it's still not out yet, with more images. Aerosoft's Bali is going to cover the main airport for Bali, Indonesia. That is to say Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta, not the new North Bali airport. The airport they cover in the real world serves 23 million passengers a year and actually features a runway that extends into the sea, a project that was undertaken in the 60s. And originally, this airport was actually a staging airport for fighters and bombers in World War II. It also has a very unique apron that can hold up to 14 small narrow-body jets, since the airport serves Bali, which is a bit of a millionaire's paradise. No news of a release date or a price just yet, but you can check out the screenshots and information on the airport at the forum.aerosoft.com link in the show notes below. Sticking with Microsoft Flight Sim and VirtualCol's Beechcraft Model 99. The Beechcraft Model 99 is a twin-engine utility monoplane that was actually derived from the earlier King Air and Queen Air aircraft. VirtualCol's version features 4 models with 20 liveries and analog panels. There are glass panel versions coming later. The modeling includes PBR textures, proper 3D gauges, of course. VirtualCol, though, are keen to point out that this is not a study-level aircraft, but it's going to be pretty complex. If you have the existing VirtualCol Beechcraft Model 99, you can upgrade from your FSX or Prepared version for approximately $10. The normal price of the aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator is $16.49. You can find out more information about VirtualCol's Beechcraft Model 99 at the virtualcol.com link in the show notes below. More previews now, and DC Designs F15. DC Designs are bringing their F15 over to Microsoft Flight Sim. The product covers the F15C, D, E, and I variants. It features PBR textures throughout, 8 liveries, and custom animations, including the afterburner, shockwave, and air intake. Now that's kind of interesting that they're modeling the shockwave, because DC Designs are keen to note that the sim currently doesn't support supersonic flight. So for now, the F15 is restricted to Mach 1. Obsidian Ant actually got his hands on the aircraft early and posted the very video that you're watching. I hope it's okay that I'm reusing it, sir. There's a link to Obsidian Ant's video in the show notes below, and I do highly encourage you all to go check it out and check out the rest of Obsidian Ant's awesome channel. No official release date on the DC Designs F15 from JustFlight just yet, but the video from Obsidian Ant does hint very loudly at a mid to late January release. The price is going to be $37. If you already own the older FSX and Prepared versions, you can upgrade to the new one for $13.50. Next up, and moving away from Sims in general, we have Airline to Sims Airbus Training. The latest set of pro-level training from Airline to Sim has now started to release, and it's called the Airbus A320 Cadet Training Program. Ben from Airline to Sim calls this the biggest, most in-depth training program yet. It covers 27 episodes teaching you everything you ever wanted to know about how to fly an Airbus, with training being delivered by a real Airbus pilot. The training videos cover flying in different conditions, all types of landings, go-arounds, flight laws, and way more. Now, this is a scheduled release, which is to say that when you buy it, you get 6 episodes at the time of purchase, but there are blocks of videos being added to the curriculum every single week. The price for Airline to Sim's Airbus training is £39.99. If it is up to Airline to Sim's usual extremely high quality, it's going to be worth absolutely every penny. For more information, check out the airlinetosim.com link in the show notes below. Finally, some X-Plane news. JustFlight have previewed their upcoming 146 Professional. JustFlight are bringing their acclaimed 146 series to X-Plane in association with Thrander Design. Now, they've been posting previews of their work on the 146 Professional series for quite some time, but I think this is the first time I actually mentioned it. The package is going to cover the 146-100, 200, and -300 models. It will have 4K textures with PBR, completely accurate and fully interactive cockpits, interactive checklists for all flight phases, including startup. And that's important because while this is not a study level package, I do recall from using it back in FSX that it is actually very detailed indeed. It will ship with tons of liveries covering current regional use of the aircraft around the world, realistic flight dynamics and sounds, and of course, comprehensive documentation. Don't have a release date for JustFlight's 146 Professional for X-Plane just yet. It has been in development for quite a while and they are seeming to ramp up the preview, so hopefully not long now. For more information, check out the justflight.com link in the show notes below. Now that's it for this week's episode of the Frooglesim News. I am conscious that I have not made a news show in quite some time and I probably missed a ton of stuff. I chose what I thought was probably the most interesting.